And look, I watched the Xbox developer thing. I thought it was a perfectly decent show. I wish they showed more, but I think what they showed looked interesting enough. But I also know Twitter's console warriors have been getting pretty dry recently with very little to talk about. So of course the developer showcase started sending everyone into a stupid frenzy, mainly the PlayStation guys who are once again running victory laps over the concept of games coming to their console, which, like, yeah, I would hope games are coming to your console. The fact that you're waiting for Xbox to bail you out for your lack of games is a little bit of a strange thing to brag about, but I just want to go over some of my favorite salty meltdowns from the past few days that all seem to have been initiated by the developer showcase, because I mean, when your platform has no games, you might as well get upset at the existence of games. Like this post from the Red Dragon, it says, "I can't breathe, laughing, crying, the current state of Xbox, not making money, feeding Xbox propaganda, so they're taking up sponsorships," and a screenshot of Jez Corden doing a Surfshark sponsorship, which, like, I'm really not sure what accepting sponsorships has to do with anything. This video is brought to you by Geology, the 42-time award-winning men's skincare and hair care company. The way Geology works is pretty interesting. They have you do a little quiz online so they can figure out what products would be best suited for your skin or your hair and what you're trying to accomplish. And their products are all built around just a handful of proven ingredients that are trusted by dermatologists around the world, and they'll make you a simple and effective skincare routine that's customized to you. They can help you fight acne, prevent wrinkles, combat dark and puffy under eyes, reduce oiliness, or just get ahead of the natural signs of aging. All you have to do is take a 60-second diagnostic quiz and tell them about your skin and your goals, and then their team of dermatologists will come up with a personalized routine and ship the product straight to your door. You may not have known it, but being a handsome lug like myself, I have pretty dry skin, and living in Colorado where there is precisely no moisture in the air, that gets pretty uncomfortable. So I've actually really been appreciating the stuff I'm getting from Geology. And I know men can sometimes be resistant to skincare routines, but it really does make a difference. It's very simple, you definitely feel it, like, you know, before and after, and you're never going to be upset about looking younger and being healthier for a longer period of time. So if you're interested, boogie on down to the video description or the pinned comment, use my link and code, and get 100% off your personalized skincare trial set, plus a free gift. No, you did not hear me wrong. 100% off your personalized skincare trial set. They are that confident in their product, they're gonna send it to you for free! As long as you use my code and link. So give it a shot, your skin will thank you, and a big shout out to Geology for partnering with me on this video. Now let's go back to whatever stupid nonsense you were watching before. Where was I? I thought that was a funny bit. I thought that was a funny place to put the ad read. Anyways, the Red Dragon also says, Xbox going to try to make sure their game releases on PS5 are more consistent going forward. They're sorry some games aren't hitting PS5 sooner on release date and will try to do better. Then a screenshot of the news that Xbox bosses says that they're trying to be more consistent with multi-platform and PlayStation releases, which, like, yeah, if it's part of your strategy, you should be more consistent with it. So, like, I don't know what's weird about that. Although I do love the catch-22 that this has kind of put PlayStation fanboys in, because, like, if an Xbox game comes to PlayStation and does well, then they can't argue that Xbox games are bad and nobody wants them. But if an Xbox game comes to PlayStation and doesn't do well, then they can't argue that the PlayStation guys just don't buy games. Like, it's just entertaining to watch this flip-flop in real time, depending on the situation. But also, in regards to the first thing that I just said, the fact that PlayStation dudes can't say Xbox games are bad because obviously they're happy about them coming to the platform, did they not realize that this kind of destroys the entire argument about exclusives mattering in the first place? Like, these people insist that exclusives are what sell consoles, and Xbox is only dead because there's no exclusives on Xbox. But then if you go out and buy the exclusives on another platform, then doesn't that mean that the exclusives were perfectly good games and there was actually an issue with the platform that the game was exclusive to? Which means exclusives don't matter, right? D Batch says, I noticed Xbox guys are quiet about all the games shown at Developer Direct coming to PS5 all day one except Forza Horizon 6. The only reason is that the PlayStation 5 version is not ready. Fable, though a huge first-party game, is day one. Still think not all games coming day one, laughing, crying, which is funny. Just like, this is just something I'm not seeing. Maybe I'm just not running in the right circles, but the PlayStation dudes who are like, oh, all the Xbox guys are mad about their games going to PlayStation. It's like, I don't see that happening, mainly because Xbox games have been going to PlayStation and just going to other platforms in general for fucking years now. I think the Xbox dudes have already gotten it out of their system. And like, it's funny because I remember these exact arguments being made about the last developer direct. Or maybe it was the one before that. Whichever one was whichever developer direct Ninja Gaiden 2 Shadow Drop during. I explicitly remember, I even made a whole video about it, about PlayStation dudes running victory laps, about the fact that all the games at the showcase were on PlayStation, and all the Xbox dudes being like, yeah, they're cool games, I'm glad you get to play them as well. And like, that was the end of it. PlayStation dudes running laps being like, oh, look at the games on PlayStation, look at all our games, we got the games. And Xbox dudes are just like, yeah, I'm glad you're playing them. They look good. I'm excited as well. Do you want to talk about the games themselves? No, I just want to talk about the fact that they're on PlayStation. Don't fuck with PlayStation fans. We don't even buy PlayStation games. We just like to talk about the fact that they exist. Like, how desperate for W's are you that the existence of a PlayStation port of someone else's game is like big major news to you? How slow are things on your side of the fence? Also, how embarrassing is it that you're console warring in the year of our Lord 2026, but your big winning point for PlayStation, like the thing that you think is a W for PlayStation, is the fact that Microsoft is going to make money off of you when they otherwise wouldn't have. That's your W? Oh, I do love this response that D-Batch gets from this girl, Amazing. Says, what do you want Xbox guys to say? What are they supposed to say according to you? From my timeline, they're excited to play these games and these games look great. Why do you have to mention PlayStation? And then D-Batch responds, just admit Xbox platform is no longer relevant. PlayStation wins fatality. They got everything on Xbox. Xbox does not have the PlayStation games. Do gamers choose Xbox or PlayStation where they can play everything? Lol, the games looked great, but you don't need an Xbox to play them. Can't all of these points just apply to the PC with PlayStation? PlayStation's been getting more and more aggressive getting their games on PC. They bent over backwards to remove PSN requirements so they could cater to PC players. But no one is saying PlayStation is dead because ports of their games exist on a larger platform. The PC is a larger platform than the PlayStation by a landslide, and Sony is porting their PlayStation games to the larger platform. No one is saying PlayStation is dead because of that. But it's like I said earlier, if you're excited about Xbox's games, then great. I hope you enjoy them. I hope everyone enjoys these games. I'm completely outside of the console war sphere. I just think this whole thing is interesting to watch. I'm a PC gamer. To me, they're just games. Wild concept that a gamer just cares about games and not corporations holding games hostage. But I guess that's just too big brain of a concept for these people these days. But also, if you think these games look good, you think Xbox has good looking games, but you don't want to buy an Xbox to play them, you would rather play them on a different platform, does that not mean that the other platform has advantages over the Xbox as a platform? Does that not mean that the platforms themselves should be competing with each other and not just holding games hostage? Because, I mean, like, you're happy to compare Xbox to PlayStation while conveniently ignoring the elephant in the room, the elephant that starts with a P and ends with a C and is molly-whopping the PlayStation in terms of overall market share. You're happy to shit all over Xbox for the same reasons that you actively ignore regarding the PlayStation and the PC. It's not about games to you people. It never has been. Nick Marcial says Xbox started day and date on PlayStation before PlayStation started day and date on PC. Then he gets a response. Xbox is day and date on PS5 faster than Sony is day and date on PS5. Like, it's just weird. It's just a little bit weird when the PlayStation dudes are running victory laps about multi-platform games. Like, it's just strange when PlayStation dudes try to take multi-platform games as a W for the console war. I think that kind of just screams you have no games. Like, you bought this console presumably for the Sony funded games, and yet you're doing backflips about non-Sony funded games coming to the platform. Like, bro, we're not beating those allegations anytime soon. Zubitech says user on Reddit sold his PC for PS5 Pro. Quote, PS5 is just enough. Hashtag PS5 Pro, hashtag PS5, hashtag witness play unleashed, hashtag PSSR. And then he has a screenshot of a Reddit post, which is, this Reddit post is just incredible. This, like, this is not the W you think it is. The Reddit post just shows a picture of someone at a big fancy desk with a PlayStation at the home screen. If you zoom on in there, they have a whopping 2 games installed. It's Call of Duty and Arc Raiders, and they said I just sold my 4070 Ti Super and blah 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 and got a brand new PS5 Pro. I feel like I made a great deal. Experience is basically the same. Warzone, Arc Raiders, RedSec, and the performance is great. Honestly, I don't see the point of having a super PC except maybe for competitive and streaming. I love my PS5 Pro. Only con so far is it doesn't work with 21:9. So let's just be really clear about what this is. You're using the textbook ball and gun gamer as a bragging point over the PC and a win for the PlayStation. The PS5 Pro beats the PC because ball and gun games. This just is not a flex. This is not even a W. Jay says Xbox's first potential Game of the Year nominee will be a PS5 game. Thank you, Microsoft Gaming Sunglasses. And then as his evidence for it being Game of the Year is just a screenshot that says every building can be entered. Which, if this isn't GTA brain, I don't know what is. Like, oh, every building will be enterable? Boom, Game of the Year. I love it. There could be literal dog shit inside every building, but you can enter every building. Game of the Year. Like, aside from the fact that this is the same group of people that are every single year when the Game Awards roll around, they're like, oh, there's no Xbox nominees, no Xbox games up for Game of the Year. And now you think this game will be up for Game of the Year, and you're like, oh, it doesn't count because it's on PlayStation. You people are already laying the groundwork for PlayStation not getting a Game of the Year nominee. Like, do you see what's happening here? We're not even at the end of January. January's not even over, and we're already talking about how Sony has a Game of the Year W because of this Xbox game. Like, how fucked is gaming discourse in your circle of the internet that's the lens you see this through? But also, the funnier point, Fable is a Game of the Year nomination because the open world's really big and pretty. Yeah, I care about gaming. Open world is big and pretty. Ooh, Game of the Year nominee right there. Don't fuck with PlayStation fans. We don't even know what gameplay is. The new Tomcat says Xbox in 2026 is dead. No exclusive games. There haven't been exclusive games in a while, and by that logic, Sony has no exclusive games. Lame Pass constant price hikes. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I unsubscribed from Game Pass a long time ago. It's way overpriced. Console sales flopping. That's why they're doing multi-platform, so I don't think they care. Last place behind Next Playground, Kids Connect toy. I like seeing people bring up the Next Playground as if they actually know anything about it other than the fact that it sold more units than an Xbox during a certain period. That's literally all these people know about it, and they're like carrying it around as if it's an actual point that they could explain to you. Game sales flopping, which I see no real evidence of. Xbox published games have been selling pretty well over the last year or two. Forced to release day and date on PlayStation. So what is it when Sony releases some of their games day and date on PC, which you guys just conveniently like to ignore? Like, a pretty substantial chunk of Sony's published games over the last year or two have been day and date on PC, but you guys just don't want to talk about that because I see previous point about how you won't use the arguments you use against Xbox on yourself. You won't have that reflection. Also, fuck you for making me think you had an Aquabats profile picture. I really thought this was an Aquabats profile picture and I was gonna give you props. It's not. It's a stupid console war Photoshop. Fuck you. The Aquabats are better than you. Pio, this has nothing to do with the console war. I just thought it was a funny tweet, and it was happening at the same time as all these. Pio says, one thing I appreciate about the PS5 is that this generation, every single game I've played has 60 FPS or higher options. Very, very few games on the PS5 are 30 FPS only. That's a huge W. And then I just quote tweeted him, possibly ratioed by now. The fact that a 30 FPS only option exists at all on the PS5, like, what are we doing? The fact that that's even still a thing at all is insane. I might have to make a second PlayStation Salt video this week because I'm getting some angry responses to this of guys trying to run damage control for the fact that their PS5 has 30 FPS only options at all. Like, there's no excusing that. Like, I know that's kind of a twofold problem. I know that that's also a developer issue, but it's not a good look. You were sold on next-gen specs. You were sold on 120 FPS. You were sold on 4K. The box has 8K on it, and there are still games that cap you at 30. Like, what are we doing? And then one more, Rome Go Large says, remember when Xbox guys didn't want exclusives? Look at them now. Yeah, they're doing just fine. If you didn't care about exclusives before and you continue to not care about exclusives, I'm not sure why you would be upset now. Like, literally nothing changed. Exclusives is the biggest reason for the success of the Nintendo Switch 2. This proves the importance of a platform and the reason why Xbox is dead now. Really? The only reason that the Switch 2 is successful is because of exclusives. It has nothing to do with the fact that it is inherently a different kind of system than the Xbox and PlayStation and PC, and it's appealing to an entirely different market, which also, ironically, the Switch 2 is, I mean, for everything I've read, not doing as good as Nintendo thought it would. Is that because of the exclusives, or is that because of issues with the platform and the demand for the platform itself? I think it's very interesting that you guys are always really eager to attribute the success of a platform solely to the exclusives, but then attribute the shortcomings of a platform to things other than the exclusives, when it's not convenient to say that it's because of the exclusives. And I think, just generally speaking, if you have to do this many backflips, then you might just not be correct about the thing. Look, I just think it's funny that people are console warring this hard using information that we've had for a long time. I don't know why we just initiated a giant console war explosion over the fact that Xbox is putting games on PlayStation, which they've been doing. I think it's funny that that is such massive news to you people, because, like, of course more games are going to PlayStation, and if you're a PlayStation guy who plays games, I would think you would just want to talk about the games you're going to play, but instead you're talking about the existence of games on your platform as if it's a reason for rejoicing that there's actually a fucking game on your platform for once. I just think that's funny. So, it's Doofus Club time, my dogs. Also, discord.gg/doofus. Come join the Discord where all of us doofuses hang out together and we just talk about doofus things. And I put rats inside your hats. Okay, Doofus Club time. Grimsy, official drags, I want to cut someone's face with a sharp rock. Guess who got his motorcycle license? Nice! The Gamer127YT, Blast 1314, Mayo Setsuna, Biscuit1101, Chris Void, West of Rex, Han Thigh, Gamers People. Nate, I own 6 click flicks on Blu-ray discs. Delta 169, Baron von Vaderham, Floppy Pinkers 97, Unicorn Rocco, Goji Fan 2005, Below 3 Char, I Slop, that makes me Microsoft, Doug Nigsy, Dirty Mike and the Boys, contractually obligated to give Curbside Anthem 8 dozen eggs, Max to the video game, it's a hard nug life, nice dude, one man savage, no payoff. Help me, I'm losing to a shark in Marvel Rivals, good, Vector, Vanetta Audrey, Mechanical Resonance, Sick Nick, Mad Fox 94, Exchange Induction, Bear Brain, Sook, Rider, Broken Crayon, Pope Rifle the Whacking, Jake, Spider Monkey 1994, hashtag Biggest Dickus, Schmo from Schmettles, Schmidt, Vast Dennis, Musky, Big Fudge, Thrashing the Vibe and Ott, Club of Penguin, Jars 6, Mole Theme, Relay Zord, Oracle, Jimmy Chops, Master Killer, Firestorm 2056, Tom Schnorr Lassen, Unknown 186718. I got some new 850 Snugget Audio Orgasms Daily, Ed Shadow Bear 1789, Better Fondue, T-Train, Reisner, Non Vola, High Partial Main 8, Box Dot, Cobb Man 4372, WX Snake Guys 327, MK2396E, Hex Gamma, Firehouse 105, Tech Gaming, Slim Jim, Lord Basil II, Joe Laughs, Us the Moat, Gay Local Little, Without Autism, BC Gamer, Just Shepard, Rikus Power, Rikus Tabby, Xylophone, Doofus Press Academy, Corinne the Steel Angel, Microsoft Slop Pilot Made Me Sit on Sporks, Fuck This Corporation. Yikes, Cyber671, Jackson, Joe, I got the Steam Deck back the other day. Good. Creed Warrior 23, Max Chips, in the chat, totally insane. Oh, Step Joe, you naughty, dirty boy, you. Night of Cypher, ML04, Wolf of Midnight, EKW, Steve Wynn Studios, Film Kraken, Own Gaming Tariq, Brown Thorns, Game Maganek, 7 Evans, Mr. Family 3, Skyline 4, Harrisburg, Pow Pow. Donnie Weston, Gob Godson, Rogue, Winter 19, Zach, Van Kenny, fucking fuck, Hangman for Hire, Ellen Wolf, Roscoe, Biogenesis, Mega Keys, Go, Ghost, to Ryusagi, Raptor Tim, I'm Step 94, Blue Hook, Wank in the Wind, Wanker, Lee, Mr. Techno, Squeak, Jody Peters, Smitty, Wiggum, Jensen, make advertisement. It's right there, I swear. Diego Garcia, Begins, I American Idiot, Harmon Smith, Luchin. Oh no, it's Justin Rand, Rue Toon Wings, 7, Retro, Westa, JMMSG, Veg, Groove Nana, Kernal, Specs, All Hassan. There's a spork in my butt. Woody, Doofus. You know what? I'm okay with spork memes being the new meme here. I'm totally fine with that, actually. I was gonna argue with it. I'm actually totally fine with it. Spork memes for everyone. When I finally do Joe from Seattle merch, there's not going to be any Joe from Seattle anything. It's just going to be a plain white shirt with a spork on it, and then in Times New Roman font, it's just going to say spork, and I'll sell it for 6 sporks. It's actually not a terrible idea for a meme shirt. It's just a t-shirt that says spork. I kind of want to do that now. Okay, toodles.